Good morning, Tina O here from Tina O Life. Sorry, that's making sure my dog isn't like terrorizing the neighborhood. This is my morning vlog, my morning blog, my morning hello, my morning check-in. It's August the 17th, and this is my life this morning. I'm in my living room and I'm balancing, all kinds of things. I'm kind of back at it. It's been a big summer. I did my first triathlon this summer, which wasn't actually about doing the triathlon, although there was a piece of that. It was actually about tying up the cancer story that I'm a year out of cancer treatment. And it really, kind of not knowing what it was all about, or having an idea of what it was about, that whole piece, which was the July 10th weekend, really tied up a whole year's worth of processing. So that was really big and very consuming. And then we moved, which was also bigger than I thought. We moved out of a home that we lived in for 7 years and into another home, which has a lot more sun, is very beautiful, has just lots of different elements, right, to it that bring out different elements in our family. So I'm just finishing that up in it. And so it's been a really big summer. So now this is what I'm looking at today. Let me show you. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I've got a whiteboard and my planner. And the funny thing, interesting thing about me is I've been in this life transition for a little while, a career transition, kind of like changing my operating system. And one of the things that always used to work for me was going everywhere with a day planner. And then I got really resentful of that day planner after years of going everywhere with a day planner, because I'm this kind of funny balance of needing just enough system that I know what I'm doing, and then just enough, or lots rather, of freedom so that I can really let what's inside, let it rip, like really let it go. So today, August 17th, is a beginning. I keep doing videos about beginnings because I think that's just what the zone of my life is right now. I guess that's what happens when you change your operating system. That's my language. I don't know if that's what I would call it, but that's what it feels like. It's like I just changed my operating system. So everything is beginning from a new place. And of course, one of the things that makes me crazy about people, and myself included, is we can be committed beginners. Like all we do is begin and begin and begin and begin and begin, because there's so much adrenaline in beginning. There's so much empowerment in beginning, and beginnings are easy. It's the follow through that is tricky. And yet it's the beginner's mind that usually propels the beginning and propels the doingness in the, implementation. So if there's a way, and I know there's a way, in the implementation, so once we get past beginning, or once I'm through this beginning stage, making the list, making the priorities, what's hot, what do I really want, what am I not going to be distracted by, all of that stuff, and I fall into implementation, it's the beginner's mind of every step of the implementation that really creates the excitement for me, because that's where the learning happens. So I guess I'm just sort of claiming the space. I'm putting it out there to you in case this speaks to you of, I think, number one, just check in with yourself if you're addicted to beginning like I am. It's so much more fun to keep beginning than to actually implement, where there's risk involved, where results either show up or they don't. So are you addicted to beginning, as I have been? And then to look at the gift of that addiction, but to look at the gift of what that brings you and recognize it's because it's the beginner's mind that propels you forward, and we can hold on to that. So I have that question for you as I question it myself. And I also have the question for you of systems. What kind of systems actually work for you versus what systems have you been following because they were in some great book that you read, or they work, maybe they work for you as in they give you the results, but they don't actually work as in they're not sustainable. So what systems do you have that work but aren't sustainable? What systems do you have that work and are sustainable, if there are any? And what systems might you have that you haven't discovered yet? There's another beginner's mindset. I'm Tina O from TinaO Life. Welcome to my messy hair morning, and keep following along, and we'll keep growing this life thing together. I'm also stepping into the whole financial question, story, journey, yikes. You'll see a video about that later today. I'm Tina O from TinaO Life, and as always, thanks for listening. Make it an awesome day, and keep listening. Ciao.